Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Nullius mod. This is Otaku's Showboat, and last time we met, we made electrical prototypes. I want to say going into the day today that I have reinstalled the software I use to record these videos, so if there's something that seems a little different or off, ideally there will be nothing that will be different or off compared to the previous video. But if there is anything, it's because I've just overlooked something that I should have brought back in the settings that got reset when I reinstalled Streamlabs. It kept all of my scene settings and all my scenes, but it completely changed and reset all of the recording settings and streaming settings, all of the bit rates and all of that. I'm pretty sure I got everything back to the way it should be at this point. So yeah, it's great. It did not solve the issue of playing the Hallelujah track, having cracks and popples. Popples? Yes, popples. Cracks and pops. Sometimes. Sometimes that one was okay. That one had a crack in it. So, yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. But by reinstalling it, reinstalling the program, hopefully I have fixed. Hopefully that has fixed the UI freezing issue. We shall find out if the UI continues to freeze on me. Otherwise, there's something else wrong with my system. Oh, how glorious. Just as a refresher, I have replaced my motherboard, my CPU, and my power supply so far. And I've disconnected a broken hard drive, and a couple of others, and stopped using them. So, we're running out of things that could potentially be wrong. We're down to the graphics card at this point as potential for issue. I'm gonna put these on the thingy here. I don't actually need to do this. Oh, that's all of my belt. Didn't I have like 1,400 units of belt that I picked up during the previous episode? I'm pretty sure I did. I did at one point have this stuff. Oh yeah, I use 30 megawatts now. We need to address this, ideally. This would be a good time, since we are at this tech level, to have a gander at power as well. Because while, yes, there is this biological sample that seems to be here, it seems to be after all of this other sciencey stuff, all this other sciencey goodness. Even though it's one sample, that's gonna be a while before we get into any of that. Let's see. So there's a biochem to give me a oil, cellulose into graphite. That's interesting, but that's also after biology and requires biological samples. Let's try to pay attention to the icons. What I'm looking for is power. We get inserter capacity bonuses at this tech level, as well as continued productivity gains. We're at like 15% productivity now, which is very nice. I want infinity. Volcanism. There are apparently geothermal fissures. I haven't seen one yet, but we shall see about that. It's actually required to get into wind power too, of all things. What about solar and accumulators. There's modules and beacons and bots and such. Where is solar? Actual solar. So genuine solar panel ones are up here. We actually have all of the stuff to make solar panels. Really? We can just make those. We need to tech into it, but we can just make those. I would like to just make those. That sounds like a great idea. What is this? Oh, a whole bunch of, like, reach. It's long reach bonuses. Yay. Does this give me... It gives me a quote-unquote transformer, which is used for the substation. Alright, what about, what about accumulators? They're not called accumulators. They're, grid somethings. Where? Battery storage 2. Grid battery 1 is at the next tech level, and it is after getting battery storage 1, which unlocks batteries. So, unfortunately, actual accumulators are going to take a little bit longer to get into. We will at least have access to solar as well as wind between now and then, meaning we are going to have to continue to rely on steam batteries until chemical samples. Boy. Until our chemical science happens. That's a little disappointing, but you know what? Fine. It'll be a while before we actually have chemical samples. In the meantime, I need to restock on belts. So let's get belt. I like belt. Belt is good stuff. Why are you not doing? Why are you just not-ing? Ah. You are not-ing because I need to grab those. And I seem to have filled up an entire box. 3 entire boxes with landfill. I seem to have filled 3 boxes full of landfill. So, we're gonna keep dealing with that stuff over there. As I grab all of my belts here, make additional underground belts, which, oh god, go, stop. Stop what you're doing immediately. Grab those, and then make underground belts. And those, and then I need... oh, hey, there's my big thing. You. Trash. Take all of my trash. Thanks. That is my big thing, quote-unquote. My chest. This is my chest. This is my chest. I absolutely go everywhere without knowing where my chest is. Ahem. More things. More things. There is water boiling into steam. Uh-huh. 125 times 8 is a megawatt. Well, a megajoule, excuse me. That makes a megajoule in the heat exchanger, needing heat pipes and combustion chamber. I can make heat pipes. And then, are you making steam? You are, in fact, making steam. There are these solar collectors, which are not the same as solar panels. These make heat, and you have to use heat pipes to the heat exchanger, I would imagine, as its input. Ooh, a mirrored. Wait, you actually gave me mirrored. And the ability to swap between them. Huh. Hey, where's my mirrored combustion chamber? That would be nice to have. Where's my mirrored electrolyzers? Those would be nice to have. Anyway, today is going to be about making steel. Like that, I've delayed way too long. We need to think about steel at this moment in time and actually do the progression. Steel is what I am doing. I have actually been recording for 12 minutes. I might be removing all of the previous content to this, or as much of it as I possibly can, so that we can actually get into the meat of it today. Yes. Yes, do the thing, because everything has been, like, not relevant thus far. Thank you for all that stuff. I have resupplied myself. It is time for steel. I'm going to plan out around having a steel ingot. This is going to take 2.5 of my iron ingots plus oxygen, which is not that difficult to get. I will need several foundry ones. How many foundry ones do I have on me at this point in time? None. 0 is how many foundry ones I currently have on me right now. I'm going to need to make 6 of them. Let's head over to the other end of the bus so I can grab some of these materials. You there. That. Thank you for the foundries. I really need to change the hotkey for that. You. I don't really need to break you down, and in fact, I will need multiple foundries. More and more and more foundries. I don't really need to break you down anymore than I currently have. Yeah, I need to deal with the gravel, of course. Gravel always needs to be dealt with. There are various ways of dealing with gravel, in particular the mineral dust being, I think, the way. Mineral dust plus hydrochloric being the way. There's also a mineral dust sulfuric being a way. Why would you have excess sulfuric? I don't know. But yeah, that being part of it, of dealing with the gravel. The carbon dioxide is directly ventable. And then the steel is used for stuffs. So there we go. Now, this does mean I need to, probably do something over here with all of this. Is there a ratio between iron ingots and steel ingots as made in furnaces? Let us look. It is 5 to 2. 5 to 2. You individually make 0.08. you individually would need 0.42. 0.42. There is a direct 0.42, so it would be 5 small furnace 1s to 1 of these. Now, as you can probably tell, getting 5 are around this foundry in an elegant way is not happening. It's not happening. I'm gonna do this where am I going to do this? Part of me is like, oh, just bring the ingots all the way down and then do all the steel stuff out here. That's what part of me is thinking. And I think I will do that. I just gotta get it up onto the bus. It's a lot of belt though, but it would be a lot more belt to put all of the products of the steel all the way down to the other end of the bus. That's how I'm gonna look at it. That is going to be how I have to look at it. There we go. So I have one line. As my alarm goes off. I have one line. 2 lines. This is the line we are going to draw. And just so that we can walk a little bit more quickly, I will walk along the belt as I build this all the way down. I will see you when I reach the end. We have reached the end of the bus. Finally. I need my foundries. I need 6 of my foundries. They are going to be making steel ingots. Oh, they actually, yeah. How much? 12.5, okay. We're not gonna be wasting our chimneys. Oh. These buildings are 3 by 3. Okay. If it was mirrored, I would be okay with that, but it's not mirrored, and it's not in the center. Doinky and a doinky. Give me my pipes. You know, there's something ironic here, or something interesting that we could do. When in every situation that we have to deal with gravel now, every single situation in which we have to deal with gravel, we can actually do something rather clever. Although it would be nice to be able to just have water anywhere. I might actually add and make compatible some sort of a water fill mod to this, because you don't get access to the ability to get water tile conversion for a long time, and I really need to be able to have water. I really need to have water. I don't enjoy all the pipe shenanigans. Like, if you've watched my content over time, having to do these really long pipe things, or like load trains to move a basic fluid like water around, no. I'm okay with like doing the stuff with the seawater versus the freshwater and all of that. When I have a use for the freshwater through the wells, I'll use the wells. but outfalls can only be placed on water tiles, and you have to you have to physically get all that fluid to those outfalls. I would much prefer something akin to the clarifier. I mean, we have access to angels, and this mod doesn't use the clarifier in any way, shape, or form. It's just a little unfortunate. And I think between episodes, I'm going to get a water anywhere mod of some description, and see if there's anything compatible for one, and if there's something that's not, I'll just make it compatible, because the tech issue in this game. Techs are different, and the mods have to be made compatible with these techs. And who knows, there might be something that has a unofficial Nullius compatibility mod for it, involving water anywhere. We have to see. Now this is going to produce gravel. If I can remember where gravel is. Gravel. Go out that way. Or should it? I don't know. I probably should have just mirrored this whole thing to be a little bit different. Where am I? Here. This is the line. Undergrounds. I need more undergrounds. Ooh, I have unlocked inserter 2s. Oh boy. They have a rotation speed that's twice as fast. They are, in fact, twice as fast, but in order to make them, we need steel. That's what we're working on. Let's get some steel. And let's get some oxygen. How am I going to get oxygen as free oxygen at the moment? Because, we have a couple of options. We have water electrolysis from water. Otherwise, you have to deal with all this stuff. Yeah, sure. We'll deal with water, because we have water being brought over already as water. Yes, we have water as water. Let's bring water as water over. I don't really intend on scaling this up. At this point, there's a lot of transitions we're going to make in order to build at scale, and getting into bots to automate the production of rails is going to be part of that, and then going through and actually building at scale with rails and trains will be our biggest project yet. That will take the most time to complete, because it's a big shift from being belt-based to being train plus bot-based. Yeah, that's the progress we're pushing towards. I just need to unlock the text to get into robots before I am comfortable with setting up rails. And then we can do things at real, proper scale from then on, and start setting up our rail network. I don't think I want to do a rail grid, particularly because we're not limited by the physical amount of space that we have. This isn't C block, where we essentially are building out our available area and sort of doing it in a square pattern. Makes it makes it very simple to set up a like grid-based rail network in something like C Block, primarily because of those constraints to the amount of space that you have available to you at any one time. And if you start off with that type of a pattern, you just continue the pattern for the rest of the base, even after the space doesn't become as big of an issue. Here, we have infinite space to work with. I don't really care for doing those grid-based systems, so we're going to probably behave a bit closer to the Space Angels series that I have done in the past. I need an electrolyzer. Oh, I will need lube. Yes, before I can get those. Yeah, and a lot of steel. And a lot of steel. Things are gonna operate at a trickle pace for a while. I need the electrolyzer. I'm going to need to grab a filter for you. Did I throw out my filters? Or did I use them all? Wouldn't put it past me to have used them all at this point. But I am making them all the way down somewhere. Huh? Filters. Here. Right in front of me. Yay! Oh. Rods. Maybe I should carry a few things on me at any one time. Yeah, there's just so much random stuff that's used as ingredients. This was not designed with belts in mind in order to make the various things. I think they went out of their way to make this difficult to properly automate. Anyway, Surge is exactly what I want. I will reiterate that I see no reason to ever use priority electrolyzers. None whatsoever. There is a 0% chance that there will be a situation in which I fundamentally need electrolyzers operating. I can't think of a single one outside of power production itself. If needed for actual power production, which we don't, nor do I think that's the intent, there's no point. I'd rather oh. You're eating all of my power poles. I'll make a few of those by hand. Thanks. Why are you not? Do I not? Huh. I not. There you go. There's the example. There's the example exactly. I did not have enough energy to power the Surge Electrolyzer. And now I do. Ta-da! That is exactly how that is supposed to work. Oh, and now I'm getting turbines, and the electrolyzers have stopped as the turbines help to power the base. Unfortunately, the 34 turbines, they're only making 10 and a half. They're only making 10? Interesting. Because we just hit a really low point on the stuffs there. Interesting. Why 7 to 8? Huh. You can produce 864. You've got the steam. The amount of steam is fine. Oh, now the wind is coming back. Interesting. How that behaves. And the wind is dying again. This has come back. Producing 9. 10. But we're not getting 864, we're getting 200 something. So it's as if this is hitting our satisfaction total. But that's not true. That's not powering any of the electrolyzers. Like the base, pretty sure. Yeah, now the electrolyzers, they're going. They are going. Yeah, the more you have of these, the more power they use. 2 megawatts each. Aha! Now we're cooking. Now the wind's back, and we are, in fact, using over 40 megawatts. This is a combination of accumulation of charge as well as the surges refreshing the steam, or attempting to refresh the steam. And now the winds just went down again. And then they're going to go up again. I need to place more electrolyzers. More electrolyzers? No. More steam. More wind turbines than 61 for this phase of the game. We have much more need. And I see as I look over that the mixer had frozen. So the UI of my Streamlabs had frozen again. Which is why I reinstalled it in the first place, to try and make that not happen. It still happened. And that makes me really sad. I don't know why it's doing that. I have an inkling as to why it's doing that, but I don't have the ability to afford the fix for that. Nor do I foresee myself having the ability to afford to get the fix for that going for a really long time. I suspect a problem with my graphics card. And yeah, I really just I can't do it at this moment in time. Not that I would want to. I don't think that the 3000 series of RTX cards from Nvidia, or anything that AMD offers, is a worthwhile investment over what I currently have. It is not. It is simply not. God, how am I going to get around this? Like that. I need to get here. Aw, you. Is there a gap? No. I can make a gap. Whee! Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Oh, that's glorious. Just gotta hook that right back up to that gravel. Just gotta hook that up to the gravel, and we are glorious. Hook that up right there. All right, I need a chimney. There you go. Goodbye, stuffs. And that, as they say, is that. That is steel ingots. Do I need steel ingots as steel ingots? Or anything outside of the other products that it makes? The answer is no, I do not. Therefore, it is not a bust item. Alright, what directly uses the steel as ingots? 3 items use the steel as ingots. 1 uses it as plates. Okay, plates? No, this one plates. This one beams, and then over here we're going to need to have another doohickey doing the rods. We're going to split, go hippity hoppity over to here. Not really that far over. Not really that far over either. Right there. Yeah. Input, output, output, input, input, output. And then I need the split for the doohickey. Making the rolls, the sheets. Input, output, sheets, combined, thingy will come on over, meet up with sheets, and be together forever. Off we go. Power. And with that, we now have steel production. Steel product production. And everything was glorious. We have steel. Hallelujah. With that, folks, we have reached the end of the video for the day. I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Leave a... Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting that great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you're so inclined and able. I will be back when I'm back, and I will see you all on the next one.